the fold with Wallabies for the first time in a couple of years. How you feeling being back in camp?
Yeah, just very grateful to be here. Yeah, it's been a while. Feels like ages, and I guess for anyone, you sort of want to play for your country. So to be back here after a couple of years is, I'm just very grateful to be here.
And what's it been like being back amongst the boys and even former teammates as well?
Yeah, no, it's just good. It's good to see Len. It's good to see all the Brumbies boys and guys that I've played with in the past as well. So it's just really good, nice feeling to come back and mix with the guys again. Yeah.
You obviously you've been at the Force this year, and you said at the beginning of the year that you needed to change and shake things up a bit. Do you feel like that happened this season, and that your game, where you wanted to shake it up, has progressed and gotten better with that year with the Force? Yeah,
I definitely feel like it has. Like I'm playing with just a different bunch of guys and taking on like a little bit more responsibility around the line out. Tom Donnelly's sass has been awesome, and working with Jez, Will Harris, Sam Carter, Pets and Joshy, like it's been awesome, and it's helped me grow my game. So yeah, like I'm really happy that I made the change and it's worked out. Yeah.
And is that something Joe sort of said when you got that recall back into the team or this extended squad?
No, he didn't really give me much. Joe, he's just I guess he just likes the way I'm playing, and there's still obviously things I need to work on, but I'm obviously doing something to be here, so I just got to keep working hard at it.
Did you come into it a second time around with a different approach, mate, a different attitude, a different perspective on it, or?
Yeah, I guess coming back here after a couple of years, it sort of puts it all in perspective. Like I'm very grateful to be here, and I want to continue to be here, and not just be here. Like I want to try and push to get inside the 23, get inside the 15, and like I know if I do that, like I'm making the other locks around me better, and I know that they're making me better. So it's just going to be best effort to. Around that mindset, just to keep trying to get better. Yeah.
And how was the training? Was a bit wild and wet this morning, from what I understand. Everyone said it was pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's pretty weird actually. Coming to Newcastle, thought it would be sunny, but it's been raining all week. Yeah.
I know you've only got here a couple of days, but how has preparations been? Are you sort of really zoned in on Fiji now and sort of fine tuning things, or where's it at?
Yeah. That's pretty much where we are. Like our focus is all on Fiji and just trying to get out there and put a good performance in. Yeah.
From what I understand, there's potentially 28,000 fans going on Sunday. Sorry, is that a justified bringing it to a regional centre and taking the Wallabies somewhere outside of a major city?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I think it's awesome that we've been able to do that and connect with sort of rural regions. We've obviously always traditionally played games in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, but taking it outside of those cities and connecting with your community is important. It's an important part of growing the game and making sure that those people are involved in rugby. Yeah.
What did you learn from the game against the Lions, mate?
It's pretty tough. Yeah, it's pretty tough. They're like a very skillful side, and they're big, they're physical. They're just a really good side. Yeah, like just think of any sort of Northern Hemisphere side, they're just like a little bit better, obviously because they're a combination of all four nations. They're obviously a lot better, and they dusted us up, so it was pretty disappointing. But in that first half, we definitely felt like we just sort of missed a few opportunities in defence to stop a few tries, and I think that just gave them a lot of momentum, and they carried that on in the second half.
Yeah. How's that going to differ from this week? Fiji are a Northern Hemisphere side, but obviously they're not. They're a big powerful side as well.
Yeah, 100%. They've sort of got a lot of that group's from the Drua as well, and so we sort of know how they play and how they want to play. But I guess when you keep those guys from the Drua and bring those European boys in, like it gives them another little edge. So we know how they're going to play, but I think the focus is just on us this week. Obviously, we want to try and prepare best as well for this game and then moving forward. So we're just trying to focus on us, I guess.
Back to the Lions, Darcy. You've played quite a bit of test rugby. Are they another level up above a normal test team?
I'd say they would. There was a fair bit of detail. I was talking to Mac after the game, and he said it himself. He's just like, there's a fair bit of detail and, and trust in each other that their game plan works. So Yeah, it definitely looks like it, feels like it. But again, you just gotta focus on yourself, I guess, and it'll be right.
How about you guys over there in the force? What are your thoughts on the new Perth Bears team coming in? Are they something that you're looking forward to seeing play over there, or are they competition for you guys, for your fans and stuff?
I'm not too sure, mate. To be honest, I've only sort of read a couple of articles on it. But yeah, it's sort of good for the region, right? Like I guess if more people are watching sport, it's good for the force as well. So hopefully it happens that way. But yeah, I haven't really read into it too much. Yeah.
I'm keen to see Darcy switch across and take some hit-ups.
Big Nelson off the back fence. I'll try. Nah. Yeah.
Len, you look like you were enjoying training this morning, running through the water and stuff like that. How's that?
Oh, yeah, that was the end, and I was happy to get through the training session. Obviously very wet. I think we trained really well today, and we'll rest tomorrow and rip into training on Friday.
And I mean, the Brumbies boys have a game against the Lions sort of next week. Obviously, you'd be focusing on Fiji at the moment, but any chance you sort of might go back down there for that, and how are they sort of preparing?
Yeah, not really sure whether I'll go back or not. But yeah, I've been watching a few of their training sessions, and I think they've been training really well. Prepping well for a big game against the Lions, and we'll see what happens.
For yourself, obviously, no stranger to this squad. What is it, 4 years, 5 years maybe now?
Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, sorry.
But even having someone like Darcy back in the fold and in this extended squad, what's that like? You guys obviously have a long history together.
Yeah, it's good to have Darcy back. I think the last time we did a interview together or media together was 21 in Townsville. So that's like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, very happy to have Darcy back, and just to see how hard he's worked this year. It's been awesome to see, and just seeing him reap the rewards there. So I can be any proud of, if that's a word.
Obviously, as we've been talking about Fiji this weekend, how big a preparation, or do you think it is enough preparation to go into a side like the Lions, who obviously are the best from 4 different countries? Is Fiji going to be a good preparation for this British and Irish Lions tour?
Yeah, I think so, because you don't know what to expect from Fiji when you play them. Anything can happen, and I think with the Lions, they've got 4 different countries coming together and playing for the one team. So just making sure that you're ready for whatever. And there's no different with the Fiji team this week. So just preparing for whatever, and just making sure that we're on our game.
Obviously Joe won't name the team for Friday, but for all intents and purposes, it sounds like you might be combining with Joseph-Aukuso again. What is it about that combination? You two seem to click pretty well together in the spring tour.
He's a natural footballer. He knows how to play, whatever position he gets put in. But for us, it's just trying to get combinations in that training, and trying to defend together, attack together. So we'll see on Friday.
Obviously, he's coming back from that jaw injury. Does he have an edge about him this week, or is he just Joe Cool? Tell us a little bit about him, like off the field. What I learned from him last year is he's a harsh critic. He's pretty harsh on the way he plays, or if he makes a mistake, he's real harsh on himself. But in terms of his football, you saw what you saw on the spring tour there, and just the kind of plays that he comes up with. Is there any similarities between him and, say, an Israel Folau, given their body size and the way they play and their versatility? And I know Joe went to boarding school at Kings with rugby background, but he's come back. Everyone thinks he's a rugby league convert and those type of things.
Well, he's got that body type. He's good under the ball. Sorry. So I think Joseph is Joseph, and defensively attacking wise, he's pretty good.
For you, is it just a matter of trying to give him some space? I mean, how do you two connect? Is it trying to give him as much opportunity front football and just, I guess, trying to give him opportunities to come into the game?
Yeah, I think it's knowing when he wants the ball. Being a 13, you know, I have really good connection with the 12 or the 10, and you know, they know when I want the ball and how I like to get the ball. So just making sure that you know, whenever I'm in a position to set the outside guys up, just taking those opportunities when they come.
How much do you think your partnership with Joseph will improve, given that you've had 4 or 5 games with him now?
Yeah, I think just playing with any centre in the squad. I played a lot with Hunter when I played 13. You know, starting to get a good combination with Joseph. So I think in terms of that, just making sure that we're, you know, getting some reps in that training, and then just taking it out on the field.
How about yourself? You normally play outside centre, you're inside centre. Is it much of a difference for you, or?
I think when you're in at 12, you're closer to the ball, so you get to kind of see the ball a bit more. So that's, you know, I know the feeling when you're at 13 and you don't really get the ball as much, or you try to come in and get some carries. So just making sure that I'm in good positions to make sure that our outsides are getting the ball with the space.
How about Joseph's played most of the Super Rugby season at fullback? Is it much of a transition for him to go into the centres, do you think, or is it just natural for him?
Honestly, I think it's natural. He's a natural footballer. He's smart in defence and attack, so I think it will just comes back to him when he starts training there.
I guess him and you guys want to make a statement against Fiji. I know they beat you 2 years ago, but with a big series coming up, is it really crucial that you guys hit the ground running?
Yeah, 100%. You know, every game that we play in a Wallabies jersey is, you know, going to be a tough game. You know, especially against Fiji this week. And as you touched on before, like the last time we versed them, we got dusted there. So just making sure that we're able to be ready, and when Sunday comes, we'll take those opportunities.
Anything online, Matt?
Just a couple from me. Len, I think Darcy spoke to me last week and he said one of his first calls after finding out he was back in the Wallabies was to you. What can you just talk about from your perspective, just finding out your good mate Darcy's back in the Wallabies camp and what those emotions were like?
To be honest, like watching the Super Rugby season, I always thought that he was going to be in the squad. I knew that he was playing well enough to be in the squad, and I kind of just made sure that I sent him a message the night before to see if he got a call, or yeah. But I was honestly stoked to see him back in the squad where he belongs. So yeah, quite special.
And I guess for the both of you as well, you know, being such close friends, being on complete other sides of the country, what was that like, sort of relationship-wise? And what was it like when you guys actually faced up throughout the Super Rugby season? I think you guys did meet together in Canberra, and you were joking you're going to try and avoid his outside shoulder. Like, what was that experience like?
No, it was good. Obviously, that first game that we played,
The dub.
yeah, Western Force got there.
Easy win.
Was it your last win? Something like that. Yeah, they obviously beat us. So, yeah, we had to go back to the drawing board, and I think most of us were coming back and playing our first game. So, you
No
know,
excuses, mate.
yeah, obviously no excuses, but we still lost. But yeah, it was weird, kind of playing Darcy. Just tackling him and giving him a little bit of a needle in the ruck, those kind of things. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's rugby, and you want to tackle the person that's in front of you. You Darcy.
Darcy, what was your experience like in terms of, like, you grew up as a Brumby, you grew up through the system as a Brumby, then all of a sudden having to go against them. Obviously the win was nice, but what was the same weird feeling?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it just didn't really feel real, to be honest, running out there in a different jersey. But yeah, you get into the game and it's just like Len said, like it's just rugby. So you just sort of, instinct takes over and you just try and do everything you can to win.
Or cheat.
Yeah, so we won. So we won the first one, and then we obviously didn't win the second one. A lot of travel, you know, we're going back and forth every week. No excuses, but
he was logged into our
I wasn't logged into the huddle.
Our huddle, so he was looking at all our lineouts and.
That's what it was. Just a rumour going around because we stole like a few lineouts off them. Yeah, they reckon I was in the huddle, but I wasn't. Yeah, it's just know what they're called.
Just finally from me, like when you're reviewing Fiji, obviously the 23 World Cup result comes up. Like both you, I don't understand both you guys went there, but when guys that were there sort of speak on it, do you still sort of sense the emotion from that game, like as a point to prove, or is it there's enough time passed that it's just sort of almost like any other game?
I think it's just another game for us now. You know, there's something on the line on Sunday, so anything that you get a chance to get your hands on, you want to win those games, and it's no different on Sunday. The boys are excited to you know, get back into it and go up against a tough Fiji side.